All right, today we are jumping into one of the biggest debates in productivity. On one side, you've got this path of slow, steady, disciplined self-improvement. And on the other, the dream of radical, fast, life-changing design. It's a real clash of philosophies, so let's get right into it. I mean, this is the question we're all asking, right? How do you get massive results? How do you achieve your biggest goals without just completely burning yourself out? We're all feeling that pressure to do more, but the exhaustion is real. It feels like a total paradox. But what if the answer isn't about working harder, but about choosing the right system to begin with? And that leads us straight to our two heavyweights. In this corner, you've got James Clear's Atomic Habits, which is all about mastering yourself from the inside out. And in the other corner, Tim Ferriss's The 4-Hour Workweek, the masterclass on redesigning your life from the outside in. Look, these are way more than just books. They are two completely different blueprints for how to approach your life and your work. So, here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll dive into the 1% path from Atomic Habits. Then, we'll explore the big ideas behind the 4-Hour Dream. After that, we're putting them head to head. Discipline versus design. And the best part? We're going to build a hybrid routine out of both of them before leaving you with one really important question. Okay, first up, let's get into the world of Atomic Habits. This entire philosophy is built on the idea of foundational change. It basically argues that before you can change your entire life, you have to start by changing your tiny daily actions. And this number right here, this is the math behind the magic. The absolute core of Atomic Habits is that these tiny, almost unnoticeable gains start to compound. Getting just 1% better every single day means that by the end of the year, you are literally over 37 times better. It's not about making some huge revolutionary leap. It's all about the compounding interest of small, consistent efforts. And this quote from James Clear just hits the nail on the head. Think about it. We all have goals, right? We want to lose weight, start a business, learn a new skill. But Clear points out that winners and losers often have the exact same goals. The real difference isn't the ambition, it's the system of daily habits they follow. Your system is what actually determines your progress. Now, this is probably the most powerful concept in the entire book. For a habit to really, truly stick, it has to become a part of who you are, your identity. So the goal isn't just to go to the gym. The goal is to become the type of person who doesn't miss workouts. You don't just try to write, you become a writer. Shifting your focus from the outcome to your identity, that's a total game changer. So how do you actually do that? Well, Clear gives us this incredibly simple 4-step loop. If you want to build a good habit, you have to make the cue obvious, make the craving attractive, make the response super easy, and make the reward satisfying. It's a practical, repeatable formula for rewiring your brain. Okay, now we're going to do a complete 180. If Atomic Habits is all about carefully rebuilding your inner world, the 4-Hour Workweek is about taking a bulldozer to your outer world. This philosophy is about radical efficiency, and the goal isn't just to get more done, it's to work dramatically less. And the engine that drives this entire idea is the 80-20 principle. Ferriss's whole argument is that for pretty much anything you do, a tiny fraction of your effort, about 20%, is responsible for the vast majority of your results. So the goal isn't to get better at managing all your tasks, it's to identify that crucial 20% and just ruthlessly eliminate everything else. And here's the system in action. For every single task on your plate, you ask 3 questions, in this order. Can I eliminate it? If the answer is no, can I automate it? And if I can't do that, can I delegate it? You'll notice what's missing there. Do it yourself. That's the last resort. The whole point is to free yourself up to focus only on those few things that truly matter. Because at the end of the day, the promise of this book isn't just about having an empty inbox. It's about freedom. It's about using these principles to completely escape the 9-to-5 grind, to stop putting your life on hold until retirement, and to start actually living your dreams right now. So there we have it. Our 2 philosophies are on the table. One is about building yourself up, one disciplined brick at a time. The other is about tearing down the walls that are holding you back. So let's see how they really stack up against each other. This chart really captures the fundamental tension, doesn't it? Atomic Habits is all about mastering yourself through slow, steady compounding. The 4-Hour Workweek is about escaping the system through radical, fast leverage. One is an inside-out approach, and the other is an outside-in approach. Which brings us to a huge, critical question. Let's be honest. In a world that wants results yesterday, is the patient, methodical, 1% at a time approach just too slow. Can you really afford to wait a whole year to see those big results when everything around you is moving at lightning speed? But then, on the flip side, you have to ask, are the strategies in the 4-hour workweek even realistic for most people? I mean, can the average employee at a regular company really start delegating their work to a virtual assistant without, getting fired? Is it actually practical? So it really feels like you have to pick a side, right? Are you on team discipline or team design? But what if that's a false choice? What if the most powerful productivity system isn't one or the other, but a smart combination of both? And this right here is the big unifying idea. You use the principles from Atomic Habits to build the internal discipline you need to actually follow through on your plans. Then you use the strategies from the 4-hour work week to design an external life where you don't have to rely on sheer willpower all the time. Your discipline builds the foundation for your freedom. So what would this actually look like in a real day? Well, check this out. You could start your morning with a tiny 2-minute keystone habit from Atomic Habits, something as simple as putting on your running shoes. That creates momentum. Then, during your main work block, you apply Ferriss's 80-20 rule to focus on only the 1 to 3 tasks that really matter. And finally, you wind down in the evening using habit stacking, like saying, after I finish dinner, I will read 1 page of a book. See, you get the best of both worlds, disciplined focus and radical efficiency. So we've unpacked these two massive, seemingly opposite ideas, and we've even found a way to fuse them together. But that leaves us with one final, and honestly, the most important question. And this one is all about your starting point. So I'll leave you with this to think about. Which do you need more of right now? Do you need to build the internal discipline of Atomic Habits to create that solid foundation? Or do you need to create the external freedom of the 4-hour work week just to